Once upon a time in ancient China, there lived 3 old monks. No one knew their names, not because they were forgotten, but because they never told anyone. They never needed to. People across the country simply called them the 3 laughing monks. They didn't preach. They didn't teach. They didn't write books or chant mantras. They just laughed. Everywhere they went, they traveled from village to village, town to town. When they arrived, they went straight to the village square. They stood in silence at first. Then one would let out a chuckle, another would giggle, and soon all 3 would burst into uncontrollable laughter. At first, people watched in confusion. But laughter is contagious. You hear it long enough, you can't help but join in. Children laughed, mothers laughed, old men, merchants, even beggars laughed. Soon the whole town would be howling with joy. When laughter filled the air and hearts felt light, the monks would quietly move on to the next village. They repeated this everywhere. They never spoke a word. Their laughter was their message. Their joy was their sermon. No scriptures, no followers, just presence and joy. They taught people something powerful. Without teaching at all, they showed that life is not a problem to solve, but a mystery to laugh through. They believed life wasn't meant to be taken so seriously. They acted as though they had discovered some great cosmic joke and were doing everything they could to share it. Their joy was so deep it made others feel free. They traveled like this for years, maybe decades. Until one day, in a northern village, one of the monks died. The news spread like wildfire. People left their work, shops closed, carts were abandoned, fields stood empty. Everyone rushed to see how the other 2 would react. They expected silence. They expected grief. They expected tears. Instead, the 2 remaining monks laughed harder than ever, their eyes filled with tears, but not from sorrow, from deep, honest joy. The villagers were stunned. One man stepped forward and asked, "How can you laugh when your friend has just died?" For the first time ever, the monks spoke. They said, "Yesterday, while we walked here, he made a bet. He said he'd die first. We laughed and we agreed. He won. He even left us a note." They pulled out a small parchment. It read, "Do not cry, do not mourn, laugh harder, leave my clothes on, I lived clean, let the fire take me as I am, and enjoy the show." So they did. They placed his body on the funeral pyre in the same clothes he arrived in. No ritual bath, no fresh robe. Then they lit the fire, and something extraordinary happened. As the flames rose, fireworks burst into the sky. Bright, colorful explosions of red, blue, yellow, gold. Laughter and gasps filled the air. He had hidden fireworks in his robes, his final joke. Even in death, he made people laugh. The whole village erupted into joyful laughter, tears and smiles, sorrow and celebration all at once. And in that moment, they understood. This wasn't madness, this was clarity. Life is short and uncertain and often absurd, and sometimes the wisest thing you can do is laugh, because laughter is truth, laughter is healing, laughter is freedom. It doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care enough not to suffer more than you need to. We spend so much time carrying burdens, chasing seriousness, getting lost in worry. But the monks, they taught us to stop, to breathe, to smile, to see the beauty and the joke of it all. Maybe that's why we're really here, not just to work or win, but to laugh when we fall, to laugh when we fail, to laugh even through tears. Because laughter doesn't deny pain, it transforms it. It reminds us, yes, life is hard, but we are still here, still breathing, still able to smile. So next time life weighs you down, look in the mirror and laugh. Not to ignore your pain, but to rise above it. Because your joy, your laughter is your power. Don't wait for the world to be perfect, it never will be. But you can still smile. You can still laugh. Like the monks did, like the old man on the pyre did. Live your life so fully, so joyfully that even your funeral becomes a celebration.